interrupt the honourable member. I call Mike Sabin.
Thank you, Mr Speaker. The member who just resumed his seat said something about they've had their heads in the sand. Head in the sand. I'm not sure too many people in this place would disagree with that. Can I just firstly, in this last call, commend the Minister for the work and also the Select Committee. It's a substantive piece of work. At least it's the member speaking and not a cell phone on this occasion. It's a substantive body of work, Mr Speaker, because this is a substantive problem in this country. It is, by volume, one of the biggest problems, if not the biggest drug problem. By consequence, probably not so. If we had 85% of the population smoking P, we'd probably see some slightly different consequences. But nonetheless, Mr Speaker, this is a country that has challenges around substance abuse, and alcohol is at the top of that list. Problems like this will never be solved by this place. They'll never be solved by the police. They'll be solved by the community. And the appropriate tools are what are required, Mr Speaker, for the community, and the appropriate culture is something that only the community can foster with the assistance of messages from this place. Mr Speaker, and there has been some discussion in the House about the purchase age. For me, it was 20. Why? Because I believe that so many parents in this country believe that lowering the age was the cause of the problem. In all likelihood, it's probably not, but in their minds it was. And the overwhelming dissatisfaction from members of the public about the fact that the age did not raise to 20 says very clearly that they think that that is an important aspect of this issue. Whether or not it is, Mr Speaker, the point is that those 85% of the population, we need those people on our side because this issue will take the community to solve, and they need to know that they have our backing. The ironic part of that, Mr Speaker, is that two members that took calls, Leon Dalzell and Ian Les Galloway, took a fairly prominent position on the fact that we'd gone soft, we're getting this all wrong. They both voted for 18 because they don't see that those parents need empowering and we needed to support them. And even more ironically, what you'd find is both those members have some very strong views on decriminalisation of cannabis under the guise of medicinal marijuana. And if you turn to some of the blogs, you see some really interesting commentary. One of them, from Ian Les Galloway, says it's worth having a very good look, it's worth having a good read of this to take it all in, referring to the Misuse of Drugs Act Law Commission report. Leanne Dalzell and I are keen to hear your thoughts as the Law Commission is. Very keen to hear the thoughts on decriminalisation or liberalising the use of cannabis, a drug that does so much harm in this place. Order. And stand on that side of the House and criticise this government for the role that we have taken with regard to getting the right balance and the right measures. Mr Speaker, my challenges to people in this House and to this community and to New Zealand is to make sure that we pick up the challenge and help change that culture. This bill will take us there, Mr Speaker. Thank you.
Members, this debate has concluded. There was one debate covering 3 bills. I intend to put 3 separate questions. So the question is that the sale and supply of alcohol bill be now read a 3rd time. Those of that opinion will say aye. Aye. To the contrary, no. The ayes have it. Party vote's called for. Ask the clerk for a party vote.
New Zealand National.
59 votes in favour.
New Zealand Labour.
Sorry. Point of order, Mr Speaker.
Point of order, Darian Fenton.
Personal vote on this. So
yes, well, you can.
So I can do that?
You can do that.
32 in favour, 2 opposed.
Green Party.
14 in favour.
New Zealand First.
7 opposed.
Māori Party.
3 votes opposed.
Mana.
1 in favour.
Act New Zealand.
1 vote in favour.
United Future.
1 vote in favour.
Brendan Horan.
1 vote opposed.
Members, the ayes are 108, the noes are 13. The motion is agreed to.
Supply of alcohol bill, 3rd reading.
The question is that the Local Government Alcohol Reform Amendment Bill be now read a third time. Those of that opinion will say aye. Aye. To the contrary, no. The ayes have it.
Local Government Alcohol Reform Amendment Bill, third reading.
The question is that the Summary Offences Alcohol Reform Amendment Bill be now read a third time. Those of that opinion will say aye. Aye. To the contrary, no. The ayes have it.
Summary Offences Alcohol Reform Amendment Bill, third reading.
Call on Government Order of the Day number 6.
Prisoners and victims claim